o'clock in Marion, Indiana. It's 8 o'clock in Klamath Falls, Oregon. To all of you near and far, hello and welcome to Indiana Wesleyan University for Day 2 of the NAIA Opening Round Softball Tournament presented by Taco Bell. Half of the 40 teams still alive in this tournament will be eliminated by the end of the day, but we begin our action today with two teams battling for a spot in tomorrow's finals. The top-seeded Oregon Tech Hustling Owls and the second-seeded Indiana Wesleyan Wildcats. And along with our entire WIWTV crew, I'm Jonathan Mathis, and I'm joined by Janae Gibson for this morning's contest. Jonathan, Janae, we got a big one tonight, two experienced teams.
Yes, we do. We talked about it yesterday. The story of yesterday's game was Central Baptist. They were new to the NAIA tournament, but not for Oregon Tech. This team has, out of the last 10 years, they've made it to the NAIA tournament 9 times. So this is going to be two veteran teams with a lot of experience here in the NAIA tournament, so it should be a lot of fun.
Oregon Tech has been to the final of the opening round in each of the last 4 years. Indiana Wesleyan has been to the World Series each of the last 2, and we begin our game, as you can see, with a little yellow square at the top of the rectangle diamond. Hit by pitch is how we began this one. So getting the jitters out of the way. One ball to Kira Madel, the second batter of the game. So Trinity Medina is on first. Kira Madel's at the bat, the center fielder, and we'll set the lineups for you. The leadoff batter on first, Kira Madel. Second baseman, freshman from Hanover Park, Illinois. It's a 1-1 count to Kira Madel, the second batter, the senior from Pendleton, Indiana, playing center field as she hacks away at the second pitch, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Batting third, number 23, Miranda Weirley, a freshman catcher from Bourbonnais, Illinois. Batting fourth, number 14, Addie Benham, the designated player sophomore from Bloomington, Indiana. She's followed by number 13, Mackenzie Brown, a freshman playing first base from Katy, Texas, as Madel swings and misses. 1 out in the first. Sixth batter, number 6, Rebecca Schrad, a sophomore from Brownsburg, Indiana, playing short. Batting seventh, number 3, Victoria Boyer, in right field, a senior from Greenwood, Indiana. Batting eighth, number 17, Sydney Williams, the hero from yesterday, junior from Morgantown, Indiana, playing left field, and batting ninth, number 33, Aubrey Eckert, sophomore from Huntington, Indiana, playing third base. And here we see Miranda Weirley, and she misses on that swing, and it's no balls, 2 strikes. So after a hit batter, it looks like settling down is Sarah Abramson, this pitcher, sophomore from Milwaukee, Oregon, got a 2.33 ERA, picked up another win yesterday. 23-5 on the season. She struck out 105, or looking at the wrong sheet, she struck out 10 yesterday. On the year, she has struck out 203 batters, and her opponents are batting 228 against her, which is an excellent number for any pitcher. She is pitching to J.C. Conklin, who started at catcher yesterday. Dre Sotelo plays first, steps on the bag, and retires Weirley. Across the diamond, at second base is Kiana Brown. At short, Sierra Barkis. Third base, McKenna Armentrout. Across the outfield from left to right, as you see the play, that is Dre Sotelo, the first baseman. From left to right, Olivia Leflane in the left, Maddie DeVerna in center, and Logan Nunez in right field. So this will bring up Addie Burnham. Abramson misses on the first pitch. On second is Medina. Hey, we're off and rolling on a beautiful day here in Marion, Indiana.
Yeah, this looks sun is shining unlike it was yesterday, so we can be thankful for any warm weather this time of year. So
indeed.
Great day to play softball.
A lot better weather for our cameramen too, as Benham fans on the third pitch of the at-bat. 2 outs, 1-2 the count.
Here in these first couple of batters, Abram's been really keeping that ball low and outside, getting the Wildcats to chase. And
tried inside and got her on that one. Set her up looking outside, battled back inside, and Indiana Wesleyan got 1 aboard because she got plunked. And now Oregon Tech will have an opportunity to get on the board first. 0-0 on WIWTV.
Everyone deserves a decent place to live.
Everyone.
Todos.
Decent shelter is something we all need to thrive. When a future homeowner partners with Habitat for Humanity to build or improve a home,
Build.
Kuchenga.
they build a better future for themselves and their families.
For my family.
For my family.
For my family.
Para mi familia.
Your support empowers a family to help themselves.
Help.
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 Assisté.
Your support helps another family in your community or around the world achieve strength, stability, self-reliance.
Strength.
Strength.
Fuerza.
With a little help, we all have the potential to stand on our own.
Potential.
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 Through shelter, we empower. Visit Habitat.org to provide help to families like these today.
Actually, bring that up. Yep. Welcome back, everyone. Getting ready for the bottom of the first. Oregon Tech will be batting. 0-0 the score, as you can see. We'll be playing 7 innings today. And leading off for the Hustling Owls, number 10, second baseman, Kiana Brown, a senior from Redmond, Oregon. She's followed by number 22, McKenna Armentrout, sophomore from Klamath Falls, Oregon. Playing third base, the designated player, senior from Cialis, Washington, number 8, Allie Graham. Then first baseman, senior from El Centro, California, number 6, Dre Sotelo. Shortstop, senior from Graham, Washington, number 24, Sierra Barkis, followed by number 7, Logan Nunes. Right fielder, sophomore, Grover Beach, California. Then number 12, Maddie DeVerna, is freshman from Newberg, Oregon, playing center field. The catcher, sophomore from Roseburg, Oregon. Number 3, Jason Conklin follows her, and then they're rounded out by number 11, Olivia Lethlane, a sophomore left fielder from Medford, Oregon. We'll see Kiana Brown step in, begin this game, enter this tournament. 360 hitter is Kiana Brown. It's 0 for 3 yesterday. This one's lifted into the clear blue sky and right into the glove of right fielder Victoria Boyer. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Defensively for Indiana Wesleyan, on the mound is Mackenzie Ridge, who has a 3.04 ERA. She's 26-9 on the season, 105 strikeouts. Opponents are batting about 260 against her. This one is high to the number 2 batter, McKenna Armentrout. Ridge is pitching to Miranda Worley. Across the infield from first to third, it is Mackenzie Brown at first, Trinity Medina at second. Here's Rebecca Schrad at short, over to first to Brown, 2 away. At third base is Aubrey Eckert, who started there yesterday, and then the outfield from left to right, Sydney Williams, Kira Madel, and right fielder Victoria Boyers. We see the play from Schrad over to Brown. And that brings up Allie Graham, an excellent player for the Hustling Owls. 2-time player of the year in the Cascade Collegiate Conference. Something, Janae, that I think is pretty impressive is you just look at the accomplishments that all the players in these teams, not all of them, but each team is loaded with players who are all conference, player of the year contenders, and won some award. It's a star-studded field in that sense.
Yes, it is, and that's what makes this game is going to be exciting to watch, I believe, just because of the talent.
This one through into left field, and Allie Graham gets the first hit of the game.
And both of these teams come from conferences that have a lot of success, a lot of talent in it, as the Cascade Conference, I believe, has 4 teams that made it to qualified for the NAIA tournament. And then in the Crossroads Leagues, there's 3 teams that qualified as well. So they play every day. They go out and play against good talent. So that prepares them for moments like this.
Oregon Tech, they've only really lost to teams that are also in this tournament. There's a couple exceptions to it, but for the most part, when the Hustling Owls play, to Janae's point, they are playing tough teams, and they've beat a lot of them. And this is Dre Sotelo, first baseman, another all-conference first-teamer. She takes a strike on the inside. Yesterday, Dre went 1 for 3 at the plate. Takes a strike on this next pitch. Oregon Tech had 4 hits in yesterday's game, which is both substandard for the Hustlin' Owls, but they were equally distributed. There were 4 batters got those 4 hits. Maddie DeVerna, Dre Sotelo, who we're seeing now, Sierra Barkas, and Logan Nunes. A lot of it came at the bottom of the order. Here comes the 2-2. Worley tried to frame it, but it just missed. The 3-2. And Sotelo goes down looking. And as do the Owls. They got 1 on board with 1 hit, but it's 0-0 going to the top of the second in the middle of the order for Indiana Wesleyan.
Where is America's premier agricultural theme park? It's a family-friendly gem, agritourism the way it should be. It's Fair Oaks Farms, where kids of all ages learn about 21st century farming while having fun. Where else can you get ice cream made with fresh from the cow milk, climb a 25-foot milk carton, or see a cute little piglet minutes after it's born? Utterly close to farming. That's honest to goodness Indiana. Start exploring at visitindiana.com/fairoaks.
When I was a kid, I wanted to be just like Cal Ripken. It's definitely humbling to know that now people are calling me a hero. Instead of finding the IED with my metal detector, the IED found me first, and that resulted in double above knee amputations. It's hard to describe the feeling of meeting somebody that you've always wanted to be like. There are people now that are looking up to you for their inspiration and to be their role model.
Visit saluteheroes.org to learn more.
Welcome back, everyone. Nice view from, I believe that is our lift cameraman. Yeah, he's high above the grandstands, peeking down. 0-0 is our score going to the top of the second, Indiana Wesleyan. First pitch swinging by McKenna Brown, and she got a lot of it, but not enough. Drifting under it and getting the out is Maddie DeVerna in center field for the Owls, and 1 away here in the top of the second. Janae, she almost got all of it.
Yes, she did. But you see the speed out there in center field. But you can see in these first 2 innings, or first inning, I should say, that both teams have been aggressive at the plate. And that comes to see as they both are in the top 10 in total hits and total RBIs in the season. So this is going to be a game of aggressive bats.
Brings up Rebecca Schrad, who does not get the bunt down and is popped up and over to first. Dre Sotelo, the beat on that one. And I believe when you're trying to lay down a bunt, Janae, you're supposed to actually get it down.
Yes, for sure. But there she's trying to do a running bunt, so her momentum, Abrams kind of went up with the pitch, which is not a good pitch to bunt.
This will bring up a new face to NAI opening round action, Victoria Boyer. At least the tournament today, she is a senior from Greenwood. She did not play in the game yesterday. Now she digs in. And is ahead, 2 balls, no strikes. This was going to be a more relevant point a little bit earlier, but something that's striking about both of these teams, Janae, is very young. 6 underclassmen are starting for the Wildcats this afternoon, and 5 for Oregon Tech.
Yeah, and both teams have lost a lot of talent from their last seasons, but that just goes back to the coaching and the reputation and culture that these 2 programs have built, that they bring in talent, and they can get their young players ready to play. And both here still ranked in the top 15 in the coaches poll, with Oregon Tech being number 10 and IWU being number 13. So here, youth hasn't hurt them so far this season.
Full count, 2 outs. Victoria Boyer, she slaps it foul. McKenna Armentrout was almost able to glove that one in fair territory, and Boyer would have been toast. So one thing's in softball, your reaction times have to be so quick on such a small field. This one will find the grass of left field, and slipping down is Lethlane. Wouldn't have mattered. It is a single, the first hit of the game for Indiana Wesleyan, as Victoria Boyer is on first, bringing up the hero from yesterday, Sydney Williams, junior left fielder from Morgantown, Indiana. Here's the replay. Slapping it through the hole.
And that's perfect location for a slap hitter. That is the hole that they're looking to scoot that ball through.
But yesterday, Sydney Williams didn't scoot the softball through any hole. She hit it over the wall. Bottom of the 8th. We only play 7. We got to extras. Close game. Lived up to the ranking matchup. You're hoping the 2-3 game would be tough, and it was. Tied at 5, and I believe Williams made contact out of the box. Saw that a couple times yesterday. We saw it for the first time today. What we're going to see next is the bottom of the 2nd. Middle of the order coming up for Oregon Tech on WIWTV.
It's Kappa. There we go.
It's faster than you think.
The world is desperate for nurses who want to positively impact the world for Christ.
Maybe this is what I'm wired to do. This is what I was meant to be.
Welcome back, everyone. Getting ready for the bottom of the 2nd inning. Oregon Tech, Indiana Wesleyan. Beautiful day here in Marion, Indiana. Jonathan Mathis, Janae Gibson is to my left. And at the plate is Sierra Barkas. Sophomore. She's a senior. She's playing shortstop.
This game, Ridge is taking the same approach of keeping the ball outside.
It's a 1-1 count to Barkas. Lifts this one into right field, moving under it and making the play is Victoria Boyer, the new right fielder for Indiana Wesleyan. One away here, bottom of the 2nd, brings up Logan Nunes. Nunes yesterday was one of the 4 Hustling Owls to register a hit. Start off ahead in this count. Nunes on the season is batting just a tick under 300. She is batting .299. A hit here would raise that. However, she dribbles it right back to Ridge, and there's 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 2nd.
UCI Wu is wearing, you call those football play sheets on their wrist. As you can see there, I think it's their pitching coaches signaling in plays, signaling in pitches, letting them know what to expect there out in the field.
First pitch swinging is Maddie DeVerna, and calling for it almost like a fair catch in the football references was second baseman Trinity Medina, and it's 0-0 going to the top of the third here in WIWTV.
It's Kappa. There we go.
It's faster than you think. Wow.
The world is desperate for nurses who want to positively impact the world for Christ.
Maybe this is what I'm wired to do. This is what I was meant to be.
Welcome back, everyone. Top of the third inning, 0-0 our score. Defensive matchup. Very few hard hit balls, one hit apiece for the two teams. There's a hit batter. Also, that was the very first batter of the game. You see Williams still at the bat. 1 ball, no strikes. Make it 1-1. A recap of how we got here. Indiana Wesleyan won the first game yesterday, 6-5 in extras after Sydney Williams hit a walk-off home run as she misses on the second pitch. On the season, Indiana Wesleyan won 6 of their last 8, only losing to national number 2, Marion. That's from Indianapolis. And Indiana Wesleyan was really the class of the Crossroads League, save for the unbeaten Marion Knights. And while the Crossroads tournament was uncompleted due to weather, the Wildcats did not have a smooth road in it. A swing and a miss by Williams, and she goes down, the third strikeout victim of Sarah Abramson. Now bring up Aubrey Eckert, sophomore from Huntington, Indiana, playing third base. But in that Crossroads tournament, Indiana Wesleyan had to rally to beat Huntington, and did so. The 7-seeded Huntington, Indiana Wesleyan won 5-4, and then lost to the 3-seeded Taylor Trojans 2-0. And then the weather came, and the rest of the tournament wasn't completed. But as Janae said earlier, Indiana Wesleyan strong all season, 13th in the country at the final poll. And that was really the lowest ranking they had all season. They were 13 or higher. Started 7th. The 1-2 pitch misses outside.
And not only we mentioned earlier about both conferences having a lot of teams coming from their conference to qualify, but also all of them are top 25 ranked, except I guess Corbin for the Cascade Conference and Taylor are receiving votes, but Marion's ranked, I think they're number 2, and Southern Oregon is up there as well. So note again that there's a lot of talent that these two teams battle up against week in and week out.
After striking out looking, they'll bring up the top of the order for Indiana Wesleyan, Trinity Medina. Something to keep of note, Sarah Abramson has been on fire this tournament on the mound.
Yes, she is. She's continued her 10 strikeout game from yesterday. I think is that 4 strikeouts now she has on the game?
14 in the opening round.
When you're a pitcher in softball, pitching's a big thing, and you can have when your pitcher's rolling at this time of the year, good things will happen. Because with softball, there's not as many pitching regulations like there might be in baseball with about innings pitched. So if your number 1's feeling good, you ride her out, pitching her as long as she can go.
Like a hockey goalie, and here's a swing and a miss, even count, 2-2. They say that in the NHL when you're a hot goalie, you're stopping everything. Like that was the pitchers in softball. Here is the 2-2. And misses outside. Medina was plunked on the very first pitch of the game. And if that was getting the jitters out of Abramson, it worked. She has allowed 1 hit and struck out 4 batters since. And here's a walk for Medina.
We made note of this yesterday. Medina wears that shield, and that's exactly where she took that hit by the pitch the first inning. So now we understand why she might wear that shield to protect her elbow from getting beat up.
Medina has now been, she's adding to her great ability of getting on base through different means as a steal by Medina. After Conklin wasn't able to get the handle on the ball in her glove. But that walk for Medina was her 35th of the year, and the hit by pitch was her 17th. Both lead the team by a mile, figuratively speaking. Two-0 count to Kira Madel. She lifts it foul. She struck out swinging last time up. Number 19. In red, Indiana Wesleyan, the only warm-colored team in this bracket. Now counts even, 2-2. Here is the 2-2. Count full. Madel is second on the team in hits for Indiana Wesleyan. And she's walked. First and second, 2 outs here, top of the 3rd.
It's been back-to-back walks for Aberson, so here for Indiana Wesleyan. And Worley, I would consider maybe taking a pitch or two. Wait till she proves that she can throw some strikes over the plate.
Worley, who is going with a sleeveless approach, does not take any pitches and misses on the first. She leads the Wildcats in doubles and home runs. She also has 63 hits to her credit this season. This one probably won't be one of them. Under it's Barkas, and that will do it for Indiana Wesleyan. They got 2 aboard, 1 via walk, both via walk, but it's nothing doing, nothing is the score on WIWTV.
Do I really want to step into something that's not safe? Do I really want to do something that's uncertain?
The world is desperate for nurses who want to positively impact the world for Christ.
The biggest communication problem is that we do not listen to understand, we listen to respond.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Crossroads. I'm Randall King.
And I'm Katie Key.
It's Kappa. There we go. There we go.
Tries it actually works. Now I can maybe actually get some. I'm Randall King.
And I'm Katie Key. The Crossroads of Life brings people together, and that's what we try to do here each week.
Thanks for watching, everyone. So long.
Welcome back, folks. And there's some folks out in the sun enjoying some softball action here in the NAIA tournament. Catching the rays. We saw Miranda Worley was doing that at plate. Working on the tan, flexing the guns. We'll begin the bottom of the 3rd at the bottom of the order for Oregon Tech. JC Conklin, Olivia left lane, and then back at the top with Kiana Brown.
When the sun's out today, I like to say sun's out, guns out.
Exactly. Miranda Worley's doing it. Several players are. Fans are. Got the sun hats. It's the dribbler that's through and into center field for JC Conklin. Second hit of the game for Oregon Tech. And that's something that's not good for Indiana Wesleyan. You've had situations so far this game, Janae, where they've the Wildcats have stranded 4 base runners, and you don't want to give Oregon Tech confidence when the bottom of the order gets people on base for the top. It's a high-powered lineup the Hustling Owls have. It's a deadened bunt, nice bunt sacrifice by left lane. Here's Conklin to second.
It was a great job there by left lane to get that ball down and in fair territory, because you mentioned getting base batters on bases, base runners. It's not going to, in a game pitching duel like this, it's not going to be easy to come by, so you need to execute and take advantage of the opportunities you do have.
Gunnar Brown slashed at that pitch. Barely got anything on it with a mighty swing. Talked about Indiana Wesleyan's season so far. Oregon Tech got here by beating Siena Heights 4-1 yesterday, and Siena Heights had the bases loaded with 2 outs. In the end of that game, opportunity to at least tie it, extend it, but were able to come up empty in that situation, which brought Oregon Tech here to this, the semifinal game. Skied by Brown towards third, and an easy play made by Aubrey Eckert. Bring up McKenna Armentrout. But also Oregon Tech, they won 20 of their final 23 games in the regular season, with 2 of those losses coming against in those technical non-conference games, because the Cascade, they like to play 4-game series, even though 3 count against conferences, or count for conference, ball 1. 6 of the 15 losses that Oregon Tech has had this season came against rival Southern Oregon. So take out them, and Oregon Tech had a wonderful season. This one is through by Armentrout. Maybe a run. Coming home is Conklin, and the play will not happen at the plate at all. Conklin scored, and Oregon Tech leads 1-0. And Armentrout's on second on the throw. It's an RBI single for Armentrout. Conklin's in, and there's the run manufacturing, Janae, coming up golden for the Hustling Owls.
Yes, and we mentioned earlier, they're a top 3 team in total RBIs throughout the season, nationally ranked number 3. So this is a team that puts this ball into play, and the Wildcats, we stranded, you just mentioned it, we stranded 2 last inning, and in those opportunities against a good team like Oregon Tech, we need to be able to take advantage of, or take opportunity and capitalize on those base runners.
It's one foul down the third baseline by Graham. It's a 1-1 count for the Player of the Year from the Cascade Conference. Second time she's done that. She also did it in 2016. Said earlier, she's one of 4 Owls to be named All-Conference First Team. This one through Schrad. Looking to come home is Armentrout. The throw will be cut off, and it's 2-0 Oregon Tech.
Ridge is just leaving that ball a little bit, leaving too much plate on those pitches right there, and the Eagles or Owls, sorry, excuse me, are patient and really making contact, hitting that ball up the middle.
Good base running by Oregon Tech, going second to home on a couple singles. Dre Sotelo, great story. It's hurt early last season and has come back from her ACL injury, having a stellar season. One of the 4 first-team all-conference players that Oregon Tech has. He takes the ball 1-1. On first, Allie Graham hitless yesterday, 2 for 2 today, and Sotelo adds to the list, as that's fair. Graham going to third. A little short relay throw, and runners are on the corners, 2 outs. And this is a very tough situation for Indiana Wesleyan. Sierra Barkas will come in, and I think we're having a pinch runner. Confidence on the mound. Here's the replay.
That's a great job by Sattel. Really just letting her hands flow with the ball, taking the pitch, not trying to overpower it, and just going with that outside pitch. And what the frustrating part is, it's it's not defensively. You have to give credit to the Owls because they're putting the ball in play in places that we aren't. So we just need to calm down, relax, and work one out at a time. And here we see 2 outs and working for the third.
A new pinch runner. There is Allie Graham, not the pinch runner. At first base is Hallie Noga, junior, Grants Pass, Oregon. Pinch running for Sotelo as Barkas will take a strike. 2 outs, bottom 3, 2-0. In favor of the Hustlin' Owls. This pitch misses high and outside. The winner of this game will be off for the rest of the day and then play in Game 6 tomorrow at 11. This skied into right field, coming under it, well, drifting back to it was second baseman Trinity Medina, and that ends the Oregon Tech third. But a great inning for the Hustling Owls. They get 2 and lead 2-0 on WIWTV.
It's Kappa. There we go.
It's faster than you think. Wow.
The world is desperate for nurses who want to positively impact the world for Christ.
Maybe this is what I'm wired to do. This is what I was meant to be.
Welcome back, folks, and it was a tremendous inning for the Oregon Tech Hustling Owls. They led the CCC in almost every offensive category this season except for batting average, and they flexed their muscles in the bottom of the third. 3 hits, 2 runs, and they even left 2. It could have been worse for Indiana Wesleyan, but the Wildcats have an opportunity to rally back here in the middle of their order. Addie Benham, 2 balls, no strike count. The Wildcat first baseman. She's followed by Rebecca Schrad and Victoria Boyer. Got under this one into center. DeVerna under it. And what a way here in the top of the 4th. I'll bring up Mackenzie Brown. Here's the replay. And DeVerna barely had to move.
Yeah, hit right at her.
If it was target practice, that would have been nearly a bullseye. Strike on Brown. Hitless yesterday. This is out of play. And ever so close to our cameraman, Logan Fulton, down the first baseline. 0-2. Speaking of which, we gave through our little roster of where everyone's at. Logan Fulton's at our first base camera. On the lift is Elijah Ratliff. It's outside. Third baseline, Joelle Okafor. Center field, Evan Maxwell, and right field, Jalen Brown. Thanks, everybody. Try to keep you a heads up if anything's coming towards you like this. Mackenzie Brown in right center off the wall, and it's a stand-up double for the Wildcats. Just went with it going away.
Yeah, there's good patience there by Brown, taking that outside pitch. Abrams' ball looks like it has a little bit of lift on it, and she stayed on top of that ball, roping it out to right center field.
2 for 4 yesterday was Rebecca Schrad, and she whiffs on this first pitch. Here's Indiana Wesleyan for the second inning, or this is the third inning today. A runner on second base. A great situation for the Wildcats if they're able to capitalize. However, Schrad is behind 0-2. Looks like that pitch just got away from her a little bit. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and a strikeout for Schrad. 2 away, top of the 4th. Boyer singled last time. Here she is, senior from Greenwood, Indiana. 250 hitter on the season. She's got 27 hits to her name, a home run, and 17 RBIs. How does a slap hitter get a home run?
How does a slap hit? One of 2 ways. They're really strong, makes it perfect contact, hitting it over the fence, or they're really fast. It's just down, the fences are deep enough. They hit it just down the line, maybe the right field line, and they just run with it. You'll see it a lot more at the Division I level. A lot of slap hitters have power. It's kind of like Ichiro for the...
That's not really fair.
Ichiro played for the Mariners and then the Yankees. He had kind of a slap hit for baseball.
He did. He got a little running start. There are several of the Japanese players. At least the lefties would do it. It's the 2-2. 2 outs. This is not a home run. Fouled back against the fence.
You got all those little bloopers, honey. Make them.
We'll try the 2-2 once again. It's not foul. For the 3rd time, the 2-2. The count is full.
This has been a nice at-bat by Boyer. She's been really patient, falling off those close pitches. So here, let's see if she wins this battle. There she goes.
She does. Just like last inning, runner on first, runner on second for the Wildcats. Sydney Williams is the batter. One for 3 yesterday with the walk-off home run. Struck out her last time up. Swing and a miss this time. Not only was Williams the hero yesterday, she was also the hero in the opening round of the Crossroads Leagues tournament. She delivered a 2-run double in the bottom of the 6th to tie that game. And Wesleyan then won it the next inning. Here's the 1-2. Conklin is doing her best to frame these pitches very well. Skied high, Conklin drifts over and makes the out, and that retires the Wildcats through the top half of the 4th. 2-0, Oregon Tech leads on WIWTV.
Everyone deserves a decent place to live.
Everyone.
Todos.
Decent shelter is something we all need to thrive. When a future homeowner partners with Habitat for Humanity to build or improve a home,
Build.
Kujenga.
they build a better future for themselves and their families.
For my family.
For my family.
For my family.
Para mi familia.
Your support empowers a family to help themselves.
Help.
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 Assisté.
Your support helps another family in your community or around the world achieve strength, stability, self-reliance.
Strength.
Strength.
Fuerza.
With a little help, we all have the potential to stand on our own.
Potential.
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 Through shelter, we empower. Visit Habitat.org to provide help to families like these today.
Welcome back, folks, to the little conference on the mound going to the bottom of the fourth. And the fourth inning was where Oregon Tech did their damage yesterday. They outscored Siena Heights 3-1 in that inning, and that was their big offensive one. They only played it another run in the fifth. They didn't need to do anything else. 4 runs was enough. They lead 2-0 here. The leadoff batter is Logan Nunes. She swings away at the first pitch, and it is fair. And a single for Logan Nunes. Found the no man's land between left field, third base, and shortstop, and the third base line. Here's the replay. The pinpoint accuracy on this. And we're going to have a new pitcher, folks. This happened yesterday, too. Mackenzie Ridge started, and then Addie Benham, who started as the designated player, and traded roles with her and became the pitcher. So I believe, Janae, this is a crucial juncture for Indiana Wesleyan and for Oregon Tech, but if you're going to be changing your pitcher, Benham's accuracy was not pinpoint yesterday.
Right. And this is also a chance for Indiana Wesleyan to give Oregon Tech a different look. As we mentioned yesterday, Benham is a lefty, coming out of her hand a little bit differently. So right now they've shown they were starting to hit Ridge, starting to open her up, and her pitches and exposing her. So here's just try to make this pitching change as an opportunity to give them a different look, a different dynamic, to see if they can slow up the Oregon Tech Owls.
And that hit was the 5th given up by Ridge. So you can't close the book on her yet because she's responsible for Nunes on first. But this is an opportunity. This is, as we said, this inning was great. Oh, here we go. Nice angle of our cameraman over there.
Now running at first base for Oregon Tech, number 4,
that was Elijah Ratliff. E on the announcer for the delay. I could have threw his name out there a little quicker. But Logan Nunes is over at first. His viewpoint is really nice, though. You can't really see him in this shot, but he's just behind the stands, drifted up. You can see the bottom of the lift in the background of that camera angle. And here's a bunt, and it's a nice one, and it's a perfect one. Everyone's safe. DeVerne on first, Nunes on second.
And you said it right, Jonathan. That was a perfect bunt because that's a long way that third baseman has to run across that field. And then it's a hard play for the first baseman as well, trying to feel that and have to pivot and turn.
I think that's one of those, it's a tougher play in softball than in baseball, too.
Because
the reaction time is just smaller. Here is this bunt. Or you just saw it. And here is the next one. Another bunt. Conklin, she's in trouble, though. Nowhere to go, but she did her job. Conklin sacrifice advances both runners.
Nice heads-up play there by Brown, not throwing that ball to first, because that, who knows, an error could occur. Something crazy could happen there. She just tags the runner.
Here's the replay. I do love these type plays where the batter just realizes they're out by forever.
They stop cold in their tracks.
Yeah, I'm out.
Oh. She's trying to freeze there. Maybe she wouldn't see her.
Maybe, but we have a little conference going on. Coach Greg Stewart disagrees with one of the rulings from the umpires in light blue. Greg Stewart, excellent coach, head coach of Oregon Tech. 232 wins in his 15 years in Klamath Falls.
Did you hear that? They said the umpire called her out for making contact with the ball and then retreating.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that play call. Or that
I am sure
rule.
about this one. It's a foul ball. So it's not a sacrifice bunt. So she's not out at all.
No,
She's still out.
Yeah, the runner on third is out. So I don't know. Or she out and runners couldn't advance. That looks like the situation.
That's true. So we'll move everybody back. Nunes on second. DeVerna on first. A break for Indiana Wesleyan. And left lane is behind 0-2. So we got it all reset for you. Here's the 0-2. Misses on the outside. Post pitch.
Play.
So at this point.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Two to count on left lane. It did look like, from the umpire's perspective, he called it that she backpedaled a smidge, but it's a tough call for Oregon Tech. However, it's a full count. I guess only time will tell if that comes back and bites the Owls or not. Showing bunt, pulling back, 3-2, slapped foul.
This is a big at bat for the Wildcats. If they can get this out here, they're in a good situation with 2 outs here in the fourth.
The middle inning, pivotal fourth inning, and a great battle at the plate. As left lane fouls off another. She's seen the ball very well.
She is. We'll see how Benham approaches this pitch. They go up in the zone on her.
They do. She skies it, center field, coming under it and making the catch is Kira Madel, 2 away here in the bottom of the fourth. See, you know your stuff. See if they're going to go up high. They do.
Yeah.
You're listening.
A little here and there. I played a little bit of softball.
You dabbled. Now Kiana Brown, leadoff batter. Runner in scoring position. She's flown out to right field and popped up to third base. There on second is Nunes. On first is DeVerna. At the plate. Dribbled towards first. Mackenzie Brown will tag out Brown, and the damage is limited at actually non-existent. 2-0 is the score going to the top of the fifth on WIW TV.
Where is America's premier agricultural theme park? It's a family-friendly gem. Agritourism the way it should be. It's Fair Oaks Farms, where kids of all ages learn about 21st century farming while having fun. Where else can you get ice cream made with fresh from the cow milk, climb a 25-foot milk carton, or see a cute little piglet minutes after it's born? Utterly close to farming. That's honest to goodness Indiana. Start exploring at visitindiana.com/fairoaks.
When I was a kid, I wanted to be just like Cal Ripken. It's definitely humbling to know that now people are calling me a hero. Instead of finding the IED with my metal detector, the IED found me first, and that resulted in double above-knee amputations. It's hard to describe the feeling of meeting somebody that you've always wanted to be like. There are people now that are looking up to you for their inspiration and to be their role model.
Visit saluteheroes.org to learn more.
Welcome to the top of the fifth, everyone. Low-scoring game, defensively, well, it's defensive sound, you would say. Both teams look like World Series caliber defenses, and they look that way because they are. And we'll be getting at the end of the order for Indiana Wesleyan. Aubrey Eckert, Trinity Medina, Kira Madel. 4 now. Although we see a new player emerging, it's Maddie Margraf. Might be batting in place of Eckert. And it is.
See if she can get something going here for the Wildcats in this 5th inning. It's always kind of hard to, you know, not play in the game and then come out and try to get your blood flowing. You know, you have some jitters, you know, as the rest of your team has played 5 innings or four innings.
Shows a good eye in the first pitch, but Maddie Margraf, freshman from Greenwood, Indiana, went to Whiteland Community High School. Play catcher, batting .269 on the season, 14 hits. She's ahead 2-0 in the count. Eckert had been struggling at the plate. She's hitless in the first 2 games of this opening round, including a strikeout looking earlier today. Back in the 3rd. Well, she's getting rousing support from the dugout from Indiana Wesleyan. Always characters. This is fouled off. Count even 2-2. Abramson delivers the 2-2. Low. Swing and a miss and a strikeout from Margraf, and another one for Abramson. That is her 6th strikeout of the game. A visit on the mound. Sarah Abramson had 10 yesterday, 6 today. Add that up. Using my math skills, that's 16. That's very good.
Yes, it is. She's had a control of this game from the moment she stepped out on that mound.
Strikeout. Fastball blew by her.
Some interesting facts about Oregon Tech that I know IWU doesn't have to experience is they're still in school. They have a month of school left.
They do.
Yes.
That is, their coach was telling us, or their sports information director was telling us that it's essentially because it might help. You could look at it as a disadvantage. You can also look at it as an advantage because you're playing softball and then you're studying.
Right.
Softball studying, no
focus.
distraction.
Keeping a routine that you have been all year, but and I know when I played, it was kind of a relief when you didn't have to do school anymore. So having a whole month left, I couldn't imagine.
Is this pitch to Trinity Medina, misses outside. Medina has been on base each time she's been up. She was hit by a pitch in the 1st. She walked and stole a base in the 3rd. There she is, 1 out into the 5th. On the season, the 5th inning has been pretty good for Indiana Wesleyan. They've outscored their opponents 45-27 in that frame. And this ball misses just outside for Abramson. And there's a strike. Full count to Trinity Medina. Freshman, 2nd baseman. Glenbard North High School. Fouls this one off right by Coach Steve Babinski. Coach Babinski picked up his 340th career win at Indiana Wesleyan yesterday. Won 73% of his games here for Wildcats. Grounds this one over towards 2nd. That was easily dealt with by Kiana Brown.
Now batting the center fielder, number 19, Kira Madel.
Kira Madel walked her last time up. She struck out in the first. Now she'll dig into the left-handed batter's box. 360 hitter. High noon here in Indiana, 9 o'clock Pacific. Thank you for joining us wherever you're watching. Jonathan Mathis, Nate Gibson is to my left. Got the two top seeded teams here in the Marion, called a regional, in the Marion bracket. Madel skies one foul.
She got her hands through on that inside pitch there. We'll see if Aberson goes outside on her now that she's timed up that inside pitch.
This is outside.
A little too far outside on that one.
2 outs, the 2-2. Popped up, drifting under it is Kiana Brown, and that retires the Wildcats here in the 5th. We're going to the bottom of the 5th. Oregon Tech leads 2-0 on WIW-TV.
It's Kappa. There we go.
It's faster than you think.
The world is desperate for nurses who want to positively impact the world for Christ.
Maybe this is what I'm wired to do. This is what I was meant to be.
Welcome back. Nice wide shot from our center field angle. 2-0 Oregon Tech. It's been a quick moving game. It's been a low scoring game. The defenses have been exemplary, and the only runs came in the bottom of the 3rd for Oregon Tech on a 3-hit performance.
And IWU has stranded, we talked about, I don't know how many they're at now, but they've stranded a handful of base runners where
Six.
Those are six possible runs that they could have scored and they didn't execute and capitalize on.
So the game's also been cleanly played, no errors. Here's a strike on McKenna Armentrout, the local girl from Klamath Falls, Oregon. She did not go far away for college.
On the right, high, Kenna.
1-1 count. Not only is McKenna the local girl on the team, she is also second team all-conference. She's no slouch. She was also in high school a pretty good distance runner for the Henley Hornets.
Distance running is not my thing, so.
I think she'd beat you in a race.
Yeah, she definitely would. So I have a lot of respect for people that run long distance because I would croak.
Well, she gets to do both now because she has short distance running here in softball and the long distance. She can get you both ways.
Oh yeah, 100%. My money would be on her.
See how she does in this at bat. 2-2. Dribbler from Benham.
I think I would like to go visit Oregon Tech. They're looking on the edge of the Cascade Mountains.
It's gorgeous over there. A lot of forests, a lot of mountains. Great nature reserves, and Benham over to first.
I'm going to assume it's a little different than flat Marion, Indiana.
A little bit. A little bit. Well, maybe McKenna Armentrout could be her tour guide. She knows the area well, and that brings up Allie Graham. She's been living in Oregon for 4 years, going to school, but she's from Washington. She is 2 for 2 today with an RBI. The winner of this game will play at 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific tomorrow in the championship. This ball is high. The loser will play yet again today at 4 Eastern. In the other semifinal, and then since it's double elimination, there will be at least 1 game tomorrow, maybe 2, depending if the team who won the first 2 games wins or loses. Count is full to Allie Graham. Catches the inside corner.
Let travel drive it somewhere, kid.
On the season, Graham has walked 16 times. On base percent, .454. And she has 3 hits today. That one through the left side, and Graham is on first again, a place she's visited a lot. She did in the first, the third, and now the 5th.
Now batting the first baseman, number 6, Andrea Sotelo.
So bring up Dre Sotelo.
You mentioned this earlier about Sotelo. How well she's been playing this year after coming back from an ACL. Those are not easy to come back from, and I think they were talking to their coach SID yesterday, and they mentioned that she was batting almost 500 before she went out with her knee injury last year.
Not only last year, she's been playing well her entire collegiate career. And here's another hit, same spot, left side. And 2 runners are on. Sotelo's got another hit. And Allie Graham is on second. 1 out, runners first and second. Sierra Barkis will step in. She's flown out to right field. She's popped up to second. We're going to visit on the mound. We can talk a little bit more about Dre Sotelo. There's her hit. But Dre Sotelo is also a transfer from Yavapai Community College in Arizona, and she holds 2 records, not 1, 2.
2.
She's got 39 home runs, school record, and her batting average at Yavapai, .501, which is very, very good.
She knows how to use that stick.
She does. She does. Sierra Barkis, the current batter, she knows how to use the stick and the glove. She's all CCC second team this year. She's also the Gold Glove third baseman. And during her time at Bellevue College, she tallied up 150 hits while batting .420 with 18 home runs and 87 RBIs. She also made 2 regional first-team All-Stars while at Bellevue and was the NWAC first-team All-American back in 2017. And not exactly a slouch, although she is behind Benham 0-2 after a little pep talk. The 0-2. Hammered into left, drifting back is Williamson. She can't make the catch. However, she is right on the ball. The runner coming home. Graham's not stopping, and she's scoring. It's 3-0 Oregon Tech.
Now batting the right fielder, number 7, Logan Nunez.
I can't see the location of the sun, but it looked like that sun was right into Williams' eyes as she was trying to sprint backwards, trying to over the shoulder catch. Just missed it off, nicking off her glove.
Here's the replay. Just missed it. Have a new batter. No, we won't. Logan Nunes will bat. It's a strike from Benham. That could be a huge, just play what we just saw. That's a big change from being down 2 with 2 outs on the board to being down 3 with 1 out.
Yes. This is, again, where I would just need to attack one pitch, one play at a time, and to fight through this inning.
Swing and a miss. I believe it's 2-1. Yep, or 1-2 count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Logan Nunes at the plate. Benham delivers, and the count is even. Nunes is 1 for 2 today. She singled her last time up in the 4th. Loop one right, painting the line in left field. She fans on this pitch, 2 away. Indiana Wesleyan not out of danger yet. Sotelo's on second, Barkus on first, and Maddie DeVerna's digging in, and she's 1 for 2 today. Oregon Tech has been hitting IWU very well. 9 hits, make it 10.
And we knew that could be the theme of this game today, as both teams did really well this season with swinging the ball, or swinging the bat, excuse me. So this is not, it doesn't come to a surprise of the Owls being able to put the ball in play.
Two balls, 1 strike to DeVerna. However, Oregon Tech has been hitting better in this game specifically. They've out-hit Indiana Wesleyan 10-2 at this point. Obviously still DeVerna at the plate. Let's go throw down to first. Three-one count.
Worley tried to catch that first girl on first off guard.
That's foul, and so the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom 5. Coming up next for Indiana Wesleyan will be the middle of the order: Miranda Worley, Addie Benham, Mackenzie Brown. This is past the diving Trinity Medina, and another run coming in, and it's 4-0 Oregon Tech. Barkus went first to third. DeVerna's on first. J.C. Conklin will now step in, and that's something Oregon Tech has just nickeled and dimed Indiana Wesleyan.
Yes, they have, and when they put the ball in the play, they hit the ball. They're not.
It's a replay. Right under. Would have been a tough play. Those type of plays you kind of have to have in big games like this. Maddie DeVerna there. She's come up huge, and now J.C. Conklin looks to do the same. For nothing. Strike, lowering over to second. And there's the out on the base paths. So that cuts down one runner, and the inning is over for Oregon Tech, but they lead 4-0 late in this one here on WIW.
Do I really want to step into something that's not safe? Do I really want to do something that's uncertain?
The world is desperate for nurses who want to positively impact the world for Christ.
The biggest communication problem is that we do not listen to understand. We listen to respond.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Crossroads. I'm Randall King.
And I'm Katie Key.
It's Kappa. Here we go. Here we
After a few
go.
tries, it actually works. Now I can maybe actually get some points. I'm Randall King.
And I'm Katie Key. The Crossroads of Life brings people together, and that's what we try to do here each week.
Thanks for watching, everyone. So long.
Welcome back, everyone. Going to the 6th, and it's getting late for the Indiana Wesleyan Wildcats, down 4-0, being out hit, as you see, 11-2. The two big innings for Oregon Tech, and this play, it really could have been much worse for Indiana Wesleyan. However, Maddie DeVerna got caught in no man's land and was thrown out trying to steal second base. That's a no-no.
That is, again, the Owls are trying to put Iwu in a sticky situation, see what they would have done, and the Wildcats chose to fake the throw down to second, bring the second baseman across to cut it off. And that's why they were able to get the stealing.
First pitch swinging and fouling off is Miranda Worley, and this is the heart of the Indiana Wesleyan order, some of the best batters, the best power on the team. And the Wildcats need them now mightily, down 4. Miranda Worley leads the Wildcats in RBIs, home runs, and doubles. She's second on the team in hits, 63 of them. 0 for 2 today, and she's down 0-2 in this at-bat, as Sarah Abramson has been on fire on the mound, just spitting strikeouts and fastballs, producing very little solid contact, as this one's fouled off as well. Here's the 0-2. Chop back at us. I got it.
What would that be, E10 or E11?
Well, you know, if I didn't really have a play, if it bounced off my hands, I think that would be an E.
Okay.
That would be an EA. You know, the announcer. Oh, no. It scared a bee that was sitting on the net. It terrified that poor little guy. So for the 6th time, we're going to try this 0-2. Neither Abramson or Worley wanting to give an inch, and Worley finds an inch. Barkas, however, gets the stop, but there's no play made. Single for Worley. Only the 3rd hit of the game for Indiana Wesleyan.
It's a great effort there by second baseman Brown, laying out to stop that ball. And I think if she would have fielded it cleanly, she might have had a chance of getting Worley out at first base.
Would have been a tough play regardless. 1 on. None scored. Here's Addie Benham. Benham, we said where Worley's at. Benham is 2nd place in all of those categories. Doubles, home runs, RBIs. She's right behind Worley. And she's behind Abramson in this count, 0-2.
Right there by Benham. See what she can do to help her cause as she takes on the mound as well.
Swing and a miss. Doesn't help her cause. 1 down here in the top of the 6th. And even though Indiana Wesleyan is the literal home team, this is their home field, they are not the home team on the scoreboard because they are the 2nd seed. So this is the rare instance where the actual home team playing at the home field is not the home team on the scoreboard.
And that's always a weird feeling. You're in your home field, but you're in the first base dugout. Just doesn't feel like home.
All backwards. Bizarro world. Brown, Mackenzie Brown now behind Abramson 0-2. That pitch, Abramson trying to get Brown to chase. To no avail. The 1-2. And this is outside.
Abramson's been really working that outside corner. Doesn't want to, with this 4-0 lead, she doesn't want to give the Wildcats any sort of life. Bring that ball down the middle.
With the 1 out, the 2-2. Fouled off. Landed safely and harmlessly on the sidewalk.
Brown had to kind of do the little limbo to dodge that ball there. Thrown inside at her.
Some chin music.
Oh.
Speaking of which, this is center field, and it dives and it rolls to the back wall. DeVerna couldn't field it. 1 run's coming in. It's a stand-up triple at the least for Mackenzie Brown, and Indiana Wesleyan's on the board.
That ball ate up that center fielder there. DeVerna, that's a tough ball. It's coming in directly at her. She kind of takes the risk.
Gambled on it.
Yeah, she did. That's in a situation like this, you probably just want to keep that ball in front of you.
Swing and a miss by Schrad. Actually, I believe the ruling will be that it's a single with an E on the center fielder. Triple? Nope. Triple. Straight triple. So it has been confirmed. Stand-up triple for Mackenzie Brown. She is on third, 1 out. Best opportunity of the game for Indiana Wesleyan. Rebecca Schrad, who is 1 for 2 today with a double, has the count in her favor, and she's been arguably the best hitter for the Wildcats this tournament so far. She was 2 for 4 yesterday. 3 for 5 overall. So she's trying to catch up to the Abramson fastball. And she doesn't. Swing and a miss. 2 away for the Wildcats. Victoria Boyer, 1 for 1, also with a walk. She's seen a lot of pitches. She got full counts each of her last 2 times up, the senior.
You see the shortstop playing in a little bit, being ready for a slow dribbler. Because if she sits back with or a speed, she has a chance to beat it out. So here, shortstop creeps in, trying to break down that ball for a chance to get her out at first if it's hit at her.
Here's Boyer. Here comes the 1-1. Fouled back towards us. Got a couple people to flinch in the press box.
I was one of them.
We got a couple other ones flinching. There's a net, but sometimes you forget. This at bat is very similar to the other 2 that Boyer's had. Good eye, battling pitches. She slaps it. Foul.
I thought that was just, couldn't lost sight of that one. I thought she was going to squeak that one in.
Long strike for Victoria Boyer. Here in the top of the 6th. And that's foul. Here's this bloop gonna fall. No, it won't. Into the glove of Olivia Lethlein. And the threat of Indiana Wesleyan could have been worse. It's 4-1 on WIW TV.
It's Capit.
It's Capit. There we go.
It's faster than you think.
The world is desperate for nurses who want to positively impact the world for Christ.
Maybe this is what I'm wired to do. This is what I was meant to be.
Welcome to the bottom of the 6th, and we have a new pitcher for Indiana Wesleyan, Hannah Miller from Rockford, Michigan, Forest Hills Northern High School, freshman. And 6'2", she has a 5.10 ERA. This will be her 20th appearance of the season. She struck out 13. Opponents are batting .307 against her. It's a tough situation for the freshman to come in, needing to get a stop, another stop. They have to put up some zeros or force Oregon Tech to put up some zeros on the scoreboard. But Oregon Tech, all things considered, been fantastic today. 4 runs, 10 hits. They've out-hit Indiana Wesleyan. They've outscored Indiana Wesleyan. And they look to do more damage. The bottom of the order has been very good for the Hustlin' Owls. J.C. Conklin, Olivia Lethlein, then back to the top with Kiana Brown.
I have a question. Could you, when they say hustling owls,
Yes.
what is that? What does that mean? Then owls are flying, so are they hustling because they're flying fast?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. They're also hustling on the base pass.
Okay. Okay.
I like it. And there needs to be more teams with adjectives before their mascot.
Make them one of a kind.
Hey, they're not just the Owls. They're the Hustling Owls. And they've been hustling on the scoreboard and the base
They
pass
have
and
been.
defensively, living up to their mascot.
Miller comes in for Benham, who Benham was just told is going to move back to the DP position to keep her back in that lineup.
The benefits of softball, we're able to do that. Currently, Miller has missed on her first 2 pitches to Conklin. And Conklin launches the 3rd pitch, but drifting under it, setting up Sydney Williams, makes the out. No problem with the sun that time. 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. We have Olivia Lethlein, who is 0 for 1. She laid down a sacrifice bunt in the 3rd. And the very prolific 3rd inning for Oregon Tech, getting their first 2 runs of the game in that frame. She flew out to center field in the 4th. Oh, actually, check that. We have new batter Selby Hotchkiss. So Lethlein's out. Hotchkiss is in. They have a Tucson, Arizona. Canyon del Oro High School. Batting .268 on the year with 26 hits. And she gets this one over the glove of Eckert at 3rd. And a single for Hotchkiss. And another runner aboard for the Hustlin' Owls.
That took a weird hop over Eckert's glove. It just boom, skipped right over top of it as she lined that down the line.
That's exactly what happened. With the sound effect, too. And we're going to have another pinch batter. There he goes. A little boop.
Number 11.
11th hit of the game for Oregon Tech.
There's nothing she can really do there. She plays good position to field that, and the ball had a mind of its own there.
I'll bring up a new pinch batter. Bailey Weiskiver from Roseburg, Oregon. Same town as J.C. Conklin. The same hometown, the junior. Hits this one off the glove of Miller, and it sets up a double play opportunity. However, Indiana Wesleyan couldn't turn it. The 1-6-4 cuts down Hotchkiss. And Weiskiver is on the fielder's choice. Now McKenna Armentrout. Here's the replay. There's 1-6-4. No 3. Armentrout 1 for 3 today. But first, pinch runner, Kiana Brown will take her resubstitution and jog back out. The 0-1, misses high. Miller delivers. A strike. Two outs, bottom 6th. Coming next for Indiana Wesleyan will be the bottom of the order. Here's a throw down to second, and she's out.
Punched her.
Great play defensively by Indiana Wesleyan, keeping them further in the game. There will be discussion on the mound, but it's going to the top of the 7th. Oregon Tech leads. They need 3 more outs. 4-1 is the score on it. WIWU.
Everyone deserves a decent place to live.
Everyone.
Todos.
Decent shelter is something we all need to thrive. When a future homeowner partners with Habitat for Humanity to build or improve a home.
Build.
They build a better future for themselves and their families.
For my family.
For my family.
For my family.
Para mi familia.
Your support empowers a family to help themselves.
Help.
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 Asiste.
Your support helps another family in your community or around the world achieve strength, stability, self-reliance.
Strength.
Strength.
Fuerza.
With a little help, we all have the potential to stand on our own.
Potential.
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 Through shelter, we empower. Visit Habitat.org to provide help to families like these today.
Welcome back to the top of the 7th. Do or die time for Indiana Wesleyan. Here's that play. Janae, what do you think?
Well, first of all, it was a great throw there by Worley. Oh,
I think she got her.
Yeah, I think she did as well. It was a great slide by Brown to try to go to the outside bag, grab that outside corner. But I think an even better tag by Schrad there.
We were discussing in the break whether it's an out or not.
Yeah, I know.
It looks like
I didn't think she got her, but I think the umpire made the correct call there.
Sydney Williams will lead off the top of the 7th, crucial juncture for Indiana Wesleyan. Begin behind 0-1. The winner will play at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning Eastern Time, 8 Pacific. skied high by Williams, but it's out of play. The loser will play at 4 today, 1 Pacific. The other game today, in between those, at 1:30, fanned and strike out for Williams, and another strikeout pitched by Sarah Abramson. Her 9th of the game. And for the 3rd time today, we have a new pinch batter in the 9-hole for Indiana Wesleyan. It is Sydney Lowe. Batting .259 on the year from Brownsburg, Indiana, sophomore. We saw her having a bat yesterday. She takes a strike. The loser, as we said, the winner at 11 tomorrow. They're off the rest of the day. The loser plays at 4 at 1:30 today. Central Baptist and Siena Heights play the first elimination game of this bracket. The winner of that game will play the loser of this one at 4 o'clock. The 1 out, the 2-1. The strike.
I'm not sure if the dugout's falling down or.
I think we got the foot stomping from
yeah,
the bleachers.
We
got the dancing in the dugout. Tipped, foul, tipped strikeout of Lowe. 20 strikeouts on the tournament for Sarah Abramson. And Indiana Wesleyan is down to their last out, down 3, top of the order. Trinity Medina, who's 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch and a walk. Grounded out to second her last time up. This misses outside. We said in the opening, Oregon Tech, 4 years running, they have made the final game of the opening round in the NAIA softball tournament. 4 years straight, they've lost that one. Have won an NAIA national championship 6 years ago. But if Oregon Tech is able to hang on here, they're going to have 2 cracks at getting across that bridge that they have not been able to for a while. And this one's lifted to third, and that will do it. Oregon Tech has won 4-1. Same score as the first game yesterday. And Oregon Tech has advanced to the final of the NAIA's opening round action here in the Marion bracket. Their opponent will not be decided until later this evening. There will be 2 more games after this, but Indiana Wesleyan, defeated, will have to play again today at 4 against the winner of Central Baptist Siena Heights. But Oregon Tech wins again. You can see the line score, 4-1. They out-hit Indiana Wesleyan 11-4. And that might be the story. Both teams played extremely well defensively, but one was much better at the plate, and that is the winner today, Oregon Tech.
Yes, it is, and yes, they were, I should say, and that was just something that the Wildcats could never get going. They could never string those hits along that they needed to, where the Hustlin' Owls did. It was hit after hit, which they executed well. They took advantage of the base runners they had on base, and that's why we see a 4-1 win by the Owls.
So Oregon Tech will rise to 42-15 on the season. That is their 2nd highest win total. They entered this weekend with their 2nd highest win total the last 5 years. Their 47-16 team back in 2015 was pretty good, but 42-15 now. Indiana Wesleyan falls to 43-14. And we're going to take a step away, come back with some post-game interviews, some stats. Oregon Tech wins 4-1, WIWTV.
Where is America's premier agricultural theme park? It's a family-friendly gem, agritourism the way it should be. It's Fair Oaks Farms, where kids of all ages learn about 21st century farming while having fun. Where else can you get ice cream made with fresh from the cow milk, climb a 25-foot milk carton, or see a cute little piglet minutes after it's born? utterly close to farming. That's honest-to-goodness Indiana. Start exploring at visitindiana.com/Fair Oaks.
When I was a kid, I wanted to be just like Cal Ripken. It's definitely humbling to know that now people are calling me a hero. Instead of finding the IED with my metal detector, the IED found me first, and that resulted in double above knee amputations. It's hard to describe the feeling of meeting somebody that you've always wanted to be like. There are people now that are looking up to you for their inspiration and to be their role model.
Visit saluteheroes.org to learn more.
Welcome back, folks. You can see preparing the field for the next game. But to recap this last one really quickly, Oregon Tech got 2 runs in the 3rd, 2 runs in the 5th, and that was all they needed. They went 4-1, the same score that they beat Siena Heights by, 4-1. On the field of play, Allie Graham was excellent today, 3 for 3 with an RBI. Dre Sotelo was 2 for 3. The RBIs all driven in by Graham, McKenna, Armentrout, and Maddie DeVerna. And a great performance by Sarah Abramson, and I believe our Steve Gidley is down with head coach and probably the star player of the game and player of the tournament so far. Steve, take it away.
What's that?
Go ahead,
Hey,
Steve.
Here with head coach Greg Stewart and Miss Abramson. Miss Abramson, obviously you saw the glove really well today, other than the small blemish that was kind of a fluke. What was going well for you?
Well, I have to give a lot of my credit to my catcher because she's the one calling the game back there. But I think I was commanding the inside half of the plate a lot better than I was yesterday. So I think that was a big key to my success. And then being able to climb the ladder and go up in the zone was another reason that I think I was successful today as well.
Coach, you've been here once before. What did you really like from your team headed into, obviously, the championship game tomorrow?
Well, I like the fact that they changed, you know, a little bit at the plate in terms of making adjustments early. And yesterday we waited a little too long to make adjustments, but, you know, obviously Indiana Wesleyan had a good starter going up there, and our girls did a good job of making adjustments to what she does. And then we got 2 big 2-out hits to get the momentum going, and that's what got us started. Not to mention that this kid was just throwing the ball really well today and you know, keeping us in a situation where we weren't getting in too many innings where they had runners on base.
Obviously in baseball, it's a little more unique with the catcher calling the game, but she needs a ton of credit for the work she did behind the plate today. That's a little unique, but she did a stellar job.
Yeah, that's something that we've just always felt like philosophy-wise, and maybe that's me coming from being a baseball coach for a long time before I started coaching softball. But we like our pitchers and catchers to understand the game. In terms of the game plan we want to attack you know, each batter with, and ultimately we want to give our pitchers an opportunity to throw what they want to, especially in close counts or full counts. But as Sarah mentioned, you know, one of our game plans against a good hitting Indiana Wesleyan team today was to try not to let them get their arms extended too much, and she pitched inside really well.
Well, congratulations, headed to the championship game again, and good luck, guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Steve.
And we'll send it back to John up in the studio for the stat recap.
Thank you, guys. And you got to hear it from them. It was an excellent performance by the battery mates, pitching and catching for Oregon Tech. And you can see also on just the stat line, we have Indiana Wesleyan had 4 hits, and they only had 7 base runners if you include the walks, just 3 walks. And so there wasn't that much damage done by Indiana Wesleyan. And a big reason for that was Sarah Abramson, who was fantastic today and really limited Indiana Wesleyan to just the 1 run.
Yeah, and she said it perfectly. She said, I commanded the inside half the plate, and I commanded going up with the ball, and that's what she did. You could tell it as the IWU players were trying to, they never knew what they were getting. You know, she was coming inside, she'd come back out with a counter, she countered it going up. She really had command, and it kept the hitters of IWU off balance.
Looking at the best batter for today, Mackenzie Brown for Indiana Wesleyan. Well, she played well. She is 2 for 3, had the triple and RBI triple, which gave Indiana Wesleyan the most hope. I would say that in that 6th inning, that was the key moment for the game, at least offensively for Indiana Wesleyan, but they weren't able to capitalize.
Right. She gave them a little bit of life, but against a good team like this and a good pitching day by Abrams, you need more than just one player. In a lot of games, maybe that one player can elevate you up, but it comes down to crunch time. Everyone's playing their best softball, so everyone 1 through 9, and even who might come off the bench, they need to be ready to go.
We had 3 pitchers, the 1 pitcher for Oregon Tech, who was fantastic, 3 pitchers for Indiana Wesleyan in the loss, and down on the field, we have Steve Gidley with Steve Babinski. The 2 Steves, take it away.
Obviously, Coach, you'd like to see things go a little bit differently there, but they had a really dominant from the rubber there with Abramson. What was she doing that was kind of sneaky with your girls?
She did a really good job of mixing spots and then getting the ball exactly what the umpire was gonna give, whether it was a half ball off, an inch off, a millimeter off, and then she did a good job just making us chase.
Obviously, all year you've had a younger team, but this is a unique situation with having to come back, watch a team, and it's kind of do or die tonight. What will be the mindset, or what would you tell the girls headed into it?
That the game is no bigger than the last game that we played. Every game is the most important game of the season, so let's play 3, but let's focus on the first one.
Who will go from the mound tonight?
Everyone.
Thanks, Coach. We'll send it back to you, John, for the final stat recap.
Thank you, Steve. I think another important stat line, Janae Gibson, is looking at the batting average from today's games. 444 was how Oregon Tech batted. 167 for Indiana Wesleyan. That's pretty telling.
Oh, very telling. And that's below what Abramson's average has been. I think you said a 269 batting average she holds her opponent. So if you can do anything, that's incredible, 269. But she holds a good hitting Wildcat team to 167. In most games you're going to win that, and then come back with the way their team hit today too.
I think putting a bow on this one, Oregon Tech will be moving on, and they will play tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific time. Indiana Wesleyan will play again today at 4. But quick thought for you, Janae, Central Baptist and Siena Heights. That'll determine the winner who plays Indiana Wesleyan. What do you think?
I think it's a good matchup. Both teams have shown they deserve to be here. Siena Heights taking the #1 seeded team almost the whole way until they open it up there in the 4th inning of yesterday's game. But I think it'll be an exciting game to watch. 2, I think, very even talented teams, so it should be a fun one to watch. And I'm not sure who will come out on top.
Well, we will be here with you for it. That game starts at about 1:30. But on behalf of everybody here at WIW-TV, our director for today, Daniel McMurray, graphics, Paul Crisp, replay was done well by Jacob Daniel. On the cameras, Evans Maxwell, Joel Okafor, Logan Fulton, Elijah Ratliff, and Jalen Brown. On-field interviews and the mastermind behind making everything prepared and ready is Stephen Gidley. And on behalf of Janae Gibson and myself, Jonathan Matheson, thank you for joining us for Indiana Wesleyan and Oregon Tech, and hope to see you later today. Not only at 1:30 for Central Baptist Siena Heights, but at 4 when Indiana Wesleyan plays the winner of that game. So until then, so long everyone from Marion, Indiana.